Word on the street is Lay has sought out a visit with LSU. This person who always gets the scoop says Lay reached out to LSU, and they are in the process of working on a visit for next week. That is so trash to me. LSU and South Carolina hate each other. The team, the fans, everything. Out of all the schools you can go to, you don't go to the rival school. This tweet hit the nail on the head. That fan base, coach, team, literally attacked your teammates last year, saying some of the most vile things. And you have the audacity to reach out to them for a visit? Shameful. And to add fuel to the fire, I jumped on TikTok and seen Sakima was live and went to check her out, and she had some interesting things to say. Someone asked her if she knew where Lay was going, and she said this verbatim: "Yes, I know where she's going, and I'm not telling y'all." I immediately started recording, and this was the next thing that came out of her mouth.
Y'all gonna be clenching your pearls. I'm not telling y'all nothing. Y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. Am I going with her? Who knows? I'll never tell.
Clearly, everything that has been said about Lay up to this point has been speculation. Because I really was sure that she was going to Ole Miss. And she may be going to Ole Miss. But the only teams that will make me clutch my pearls is a team I deem a threat. And the only two teams I deem a threat is LSU and Texas, because they be gunning for that #1 SEC spot. So if you telling me that we're going to be clutching our pearls, I'm of the belief that she's going to LSU or Texas. And of course, UConn is an option, but Gino is more strict than Dawn. So that just don't make any sense to me. It's going to be so wild to me if she end up at LSU with South Carolina and LSU's history. Flage's stepdad posted this. Last April, he was on Instagram being shady. And this April, he's on Instagram trying to recruit Lay. Even Flage's mother trying to get Lay to LSU. Who remember when Flage mama and Angel Reese mama was beefing? I'm going to insert it here to jog y'all memory. Angel Reese's mom posted on her Instagram story, "Folks, please do not send me long text messages with a bunch of grammatical errors. It gives me a headache. How do I know you said what you said if I can't understand what you're saying?" This leads me to believe a whole lot of mess was happening behind the scenes in order for her to be receiving long text messages with a bunch of grammatical errors. Flage's mom responded quickly. "You definitely know about grammar errors when your daughter got a 2.0 or less GPA. And in fact, when writing your smart message, you didn't capitalize nor did you use any periods. Stop being petty, fake, and hateful, and take responsibility for you and your daughter's actions. You're just as responsible. You raised her that way. Nobody give a who you think you are since you came up off another's brand. Just like God gave it to you, he would take it right away. Always stay humble and never forget who made you and where you came from." This little back and forth was nothing because Angel mom kind of just let it go. But you know who not going to let it go? Malaysia's mom. When South Carolina lost to UCLA early in the season, they did a spaces right after the game. Malaysia's mom came on there heated, going in. She didn't like some of the tweets she was seeing about Malaysia's performance that game.
I get very pissed off when I see people make comments and say, "Oh, she was turning the ball over, she was doing this." It's part of the game.
True.
Bingo.
She was trying to pass it to make a shot. Somebody got to get in there and do something. You
Right.
can't make an assumption in 3 minutes. Nobody, and I need to get off Twitter, and I'm going to do that. But I just need to make it known. I know who really loves Lay and who really don't. Her biggest critics, they are okay with me.
Right.
Because they could say it to her. Don't get on Twitter and comment under somebody else's post and say, "Oh, she turned the ball over," or "She don't know how to do this." Get the fuck out my face with that. For
Yes,
one.
ma'am.
And if we have a conversation with Dawn, she can answer any question that I have for her.
Fact.
If she got out there and she turned the ball over one time in the SEC tournament, she can get the ball back and make another play the next time. Everybody got to learn.
So
And
we
everybody is a dog on that team. I don't care. And yeah, I was a little pissed off, and I'm still a little pissed off. I'm a follow Markeisha. She said do the 24-hour thing, but I just had to let some people have it.
Malaysia's mom is a crash out, and Malaysia is a slightly better Kaylin Gilbert. How do y'all think the LSU fans are going to act when Lay start messing up in games? This is how they treated Kaylin Gilbert toward the end of the season. She kind of blew the last game. She shot too many times in the last game, and they just was going in on her so bad that they made her delete her social media or cut the comments off or private the page, something. It was just too much. Lay mom is not going to be able to handle all the criticism. LSU fans are worse than South Carolina fans when it comes to criticizing their own players. It's a disaster waiting to happen. And of course, Alexis Morris chimed in. She said Lay should go to LSU and make it her team. That's kind of problematic too, because we all know that that's Flage's team. So you're saying another god that's kind of flashy like Flage will come in and make the team hers. Flage is not going to let that happen. You could just add that to the list of reasons how Flage and Malaysia mom can be at odds. This whole thing is funny to me because it seems like all the people that have issues with South Carolina or has something to prove against South Carolina always want to go to LSU because LSU is South Carolina's biggest rival. This is LSU new forward from the transfer portal. She played at East Carolina last year. She was the best player on East South Carolina and she balled out. She scored 25 of her team's 44 points, but still got whooped against South Carolina. Here she is in the comment of an LSU fan. LSU bringing up how she was cooking when she played South Carolina. And here she is commenting revenge tour. Why do you need a revenge tour? You was on a trash team. South Carolina was supposed to whoop y'all. Another thing I find funny is Anissa putting South Carolina in her top 3, but then ditching her South Carolina visit to sign with LSU. And I get it. LSU probably gave her an offer she couldn't refuse and said this offer is only for right now. Once you leave, the offer change. I get it. You got to do what you got to do to get the recruit. And they didn't want to risk her going to South Carolina. So I get it. But what I don't get is how you say you grew up watching South Carolina. South Carolina was your team. But then you don't come to South Carolina. You go to the rival team with the goal of beating South Carolina.
I would definitely say I'm looking forward to play South Carolina. I've always watched South Carolina since I was a little girl. I would say in 8th grade. I will always watch them. So I would say that's really the only team that I'm really, really looking forward to.
Probably had that game circled on her calendar. She wanted to beat South Carolina bad. Look at her face when she sees South Carolina celebrating the SEC championship. Look at her. Look at her. She hot. Damn. Look. Going on to that locker room. You pick your side. Stay there. I just be trying to understand. It's like LSU has become a team full of South Carolina rejects. Either you chose not to come, you couldn't come, or you left. Now your whole identity has become trying to be South Carolina. That's sad. If that's where Lay chooses to go, cool. But I won't be rooting for her there.
Y'all gonna be clenching your pearls.